Alrighty guys, so the plan for today is we are going out to Ashwood, Oregon, and then we are going to go off-road in the general direction of Kilt, Oregon. I hear there's some cool abandoned places out there, buildings, mines. I hear there's river crossings, some good off-roading, beautiful scenery. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna see what we get into. And we're gonna document the journey. We just filled up the car. We filled up our spare gas tank. I checked all the fluids in my car. I have a 2012 Subaru Forester. Mechanically, it is completely stock. Electronically, I've installed aftermarket off-road lights and a pretty baller sound system. Past that, the only thing different from stock is the wheels and tires. I just have some Nokian instead of tires. They're slightly bigger than the stock tires, so they should do quite a bit better off-road. We have about an hour and a half drive. We are starting in Bend and we're going to end up in Ashwood and then go from there. Well, we just reached our last call for civilization and we got a snack and a jug of water because I forgot to bring water. And now we get to the sketchy part. Guys, we just made it past Ashwood, Oregon. We're finally off the pavement on a dirt road. It's a chill dirt road, nothing really off-roady. We're gonna see where we go from there. So the road is getting muddy and pretty rutted out. I don't know if it shows very well on camera, but the ruts are between half a foot and a foot deep. So not ideal road conditions, but still easily drivable. Well, we've made it to our first obstacle. There's a good little stream or river here that's in the way of the road. So it's not too deep, max a foot deep. So we're pretty much gonna gun it and hope for the best. Well, we made it over the river crossing. That went completely fine. It was pretty chill. little scary, honestly. It's a pretty deep little river for a little Subaru Forester, but we made it work. Well, the sun is pretty much completely set. We still have a smidgen of light from the sun, but we're mostly just relying on our headlights and our aftermarket LED lights that we got on both sides here. Just cruising along. It looks like we're in some farm country in a kind of little valley area. I don't know if you can see out there, but there's grassland down to the right. Well, we've came across this building, but it is padlocked, unfortunately, and the windows are not broken. So I don't know if it's a active building, and if so, I am not entering it. So not worth the risk, but cool little building here. We just arrived into Kiltz, Oregon, where there's supposedly some abandoned structures. I am not seeing anything out here. There's a whole lot of nothing. So we're gonna keep going and see if we can find anything. We're probably gonna head towards Horsehaven, Oregon, which also is another supposed abandoned ghost town with some abandoned structures. We're gonna see, hopefully there's actually something there. I've been using Onyx off-road, and also I have a Garmin satellite phone which has offline maps as well. It appears there is some buildings via Onyx in Horsehaven, Oregon, so that's where we're going to head to next. Well, the road we're on is a nice road, but we have a drop-off to our left. Just arrived at Horsehaven. Looks like we've got an abandoned old truck here. So I ended up turning off onto a side road. Didn't really go anywhere, so I've now turned around and we're headed back. The road itself is not the greatest. It's very narrow and pretty rocky and quite sandy. now kind of headed out. We're going to take a small detour and check out an old abandoned mine. I think it was gold and lead that they're mining. I'm going to check that out. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit of a hike to get there. I'm not going to show you that part. That'll be boring. But once we get there, I'll show you some video of that. And we'll see what's left of a old gold and gold and lead mine. Well, I just got back from the mine. That was super cool. Lots of cool stuff out there. But I am now going to gas my car up before we head back. Alrighty guys, we made it back to Bend. We are home. Let's assess the damage to our vehicle. Hopefully not too much. There's no lights on the dash. I don't think we hit anything in the undercarriage. I'm pretty sure we did snag the front bumper a little though. So we're gonna go check that out. Good news is the front bumper snapped right back on, so we're all good here.